Hey everybody, this is Eli G. Brown / Eli G. Brony here with another MOC that I've made. This is supposed to be a Generation 2 version of the hockey sets that came out in 2003, was it? Or was it 2002? Well, one of those years anyway. Sure, it's 2003. Not really sure. But anyway, I decided to try to make this, to try out the hockey masks that I got from Bricklink. Before you ask, no, I am not going to be reviewing the official sets. I'm not going to bother buying those to review. So, yeah. This is pretty much the closest thing to that you are going to be getting. Alright, so, in order to make this, I decided that I needed to have a custom torso. That way I could get the Matoran head, the original Matoran head to fit on there. Yeah, the official hockey sets did also have these Matoran heads on them, so that is why the hockey masks are compatible with the Bionicle heads. So that's a pretty good thing. A nice reuse of the piece, Lego. It probably is kind of awkward as to how you can use these masks for Bionicle MOCs. I didn't have any initial plan as to what MOCs I could make using these masks. I just wanted to buy them because I thought that they would look pretty cool in my collection of masks. Okay, so right here, I've actually also made my own helmet, the hockey helmet that's on the top. And, well, the mask here is a black Manitou. This is actually not the real color of the mask. It's not one of the rare masks, the rare misprints. This is actually a painted mask. Yeah, I painted it. So, this is not its real color. So, I just thought I'd use that because it works really well with the helmet, and I will show you how that is done. I'll take the head off like that. And what I did was take two of these pieces right here, and I used one of those 3 long-sized axle pieces, the blue ones, these, I'll show you what it is. This piece right there. Put that in to connect to right there so the helmet would attach to it. But if you want to try this out yourself, and you actually can, but I'll show you how to make the torso in a minute, you don't have to use this style of helmet piece. You can use the official one. I'm just using this style of helmet because I don't have the official version of the helmets. Alright, that fell over. Now, I am going to show you how the torso is assembled. Okay, so I'm going to take this off, and it's a custom torso right here, and what you see right there is what you get. I may actually post instructions on how to make this torso. Why don't we take off the obvious bits right here. Might take off the arms and the legs. I'll reassemble this so I can discuss more about the overall MOC itself after I get done going over the construction. Okay, so this custom torso uses mostly small Technic pieces. A lot of these pieces right here are used. About 6 of them are used. I'll also take off this double-barreled ice shield, which is from the Hero Factory series. I put that in to cover up the back because I thought that it would work out considering its color. That particular shield actually, the mold was first introduced with the second series, the 2.0 series, but it was not released in that particular color until Breakout during the summer 2012 wave. People may find that useful for covering up the backs of official heroes that are open up on the back. Alright, so And we'll pretty much try to take this part off. It's kind of difficult to take this off. In fact, okay, alright, there we go. As you can see here, it's not actually attached there. It just stood still, okay, because there was no way for it to, like, flop off. And that is supposed to keep the upper torso from doing that. Yeah, you see right there? Kind of floppy right there. And I needed to find a way to keep it from doing that. So this is what I did. Just took one of these pieces right here, and I did that. Then I put that on. It's not actually attached, but I already told you. Then I just attached it like this. It's kind of difficult to attach it, but there we go. There we go. That is how it is done. That's how it is done right there. These ball pieces right here, they're actually the older ball pieces that have only one hole in them. These are the pieces that were used for the chests on Tahu, Liwa, and Kopaka from the first generation of Bionicle, not the modern reboot. If there are fans that remember the older generation of Bionicle. These were from that series. Well, maybe not these in particular. I have no idea as to where these ball pieces actually came from, as to what set they originated from. But these particular, well, not these particular ball pieces, but this mold was in the original generation of Bionicle. And then I took a 4-long size axle piece. I'm actually not going in the actual order that I made this. I did try a number of things, but I'm not going to discuss how it went. And the 4-long size axle piece is put in. Ball is where the torso connects to. Now I'm going to reassemble this guy. Put these legs back on. And then put in the arms. I purposely made the arms swap around like that. You know, so the character has more possibilities for what to do with the arms, and I just noticed now that this arm was too easy to get on. So I think the socket where the arm attaches to is slightly cracked, but it still works, and probably will for some time. Okay, put the ice chip on the back. Put the torso at the front. Then get the head back on. Come on. Alright, there we go. There we go. Now, of course, you don't have to use this particular mask for these MOCs. In fact, you don't even have to use hockey masks for these little MOCs right there. But I do have them available right here for the little demonstration. I will take a picture showing this hockey player with all of the masks from the hockey series. Now, of course, I was limited on what parts that I had. I didn't use actual hands. I thought about using, like, silver ones, but I used the only silver hands that I had. Well, not the only ones that I had, but the only ones available on another MOC that I have yet to show, but I will show that at a later time. So I just added on these ball cut pieces. They're the newer style that was introduced in 2011. The stronger ones that don't break as easily, but sorry to say, that doesn't mean that they won't break. In fact, they will. But for me personally, that hasn't happened yet with these pieces. So I had to use these because they didn't have actual hands, at least in a compatible color, or at least in a complete pair. And I was going to use the original hockey weapon piece, the blade piece that's used in the official sets, but for some reason I couldn't find any in the box that I keep the weapon pieces in. I was sure that I had at least one in there, but apparently I didn't, or I did and I just couldn't find it. But I decided, well, since this is basically a new generation, why don't I just go ahead and use a new piece? And so I did. This is the blade wing piece that is from Hero Factory. It's the same blade piece, wing piece, that was with Furno XL and Surge in the Hero Factory Brain Attack series that came out in 2013. I'm not sure if they were released in any other sets after that, or even any other sets during that time, but those are about the only two sets that I remember them being in. In fact, now that Hero Factory is over, and considering that this has half of an H on it, I don't see how these would be compatible with any other sets. But anyway, I use this kind of as the new hockey thing. I don't have a puck, unfortunately, but oh well. And that basically is used for the stick that you use in hockey to move the puck around. And I purposely made the legs short. They don't have the two joints in them. I mean, I know that may look unrealistic, but the official hockey sets didn't have, you know, didn't have actual legs. They just had those feet that were on the bottom. I think those were also shown with Brutaka and some other sets in Bionicle. Good reuse of the pieces. I will be sure to do some instructions on the torso, so that if you want to try to make a hockey player like this yourself, you can. And here's also another good thing about this style of the MOCs. Well, this style of MOC making anyway. You can actually put in your own colors for these hockey players. I mean, you don't have to use silver feet like I've done here, or a silver main body piece, or a gray. These are actually the gray pieces that were introduced with, or only shown with, no, they weren't only shown with Bruiser. With Bruiser, I think Chi Boris also had those shoulder armor pieces. Well, not armor pieces, but they were used like hands, but they also had been used as shoulder armor pieces, like they are being used now. You don't have to use them in the exact colors that I have shown here. In fact, you could actually make an entire series using different colored pieces to make a different group of all of these hockey players. I don't think I'll make an actual series of them. I would have to make a number more of those custom torso pieces, and I don't think I actually have enough of them. Plus, for any that I have left after making this MOC, I think I would rather save those for different MOCs. But anyway, I thought that I would just bring this out. I don't know if I will keep this around with me. I may keep it around because I actually am proud of it. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. And if you like this, feel free to make your own. And I will see you again next time.